I'm going to talk about some internal reforms within both the AHA, the association, and also gaming care. Some of you might remember or might have read that I talked about when I moved into the role of CEO that it was going to be evolution, not revolution. And in keeping with that, there have been some internal changes. They're not huge, but it's really important that you as members know what they are so that you know the best person to help you in any particular circumstance. So the first change has been Natasha Stevenson will retain a presence in gaming care, so you'll still speak to her about, in particular, trade promotions and loyalty and that kind of thing, but she'll be moving across to work a lot more closely with me. So she'll be almost like my wingman or wing girl or wing person, whatever you should be saying now. She'll be doing a lot of background work. She'll be attending a lot of meetings with departmental staff and members of parliament, ministers and that kind of thing, and assisting with submissions and briefings and so on. The next change is with Owen Webb. Don't panic, for all of you that use him a lot for workplace relations and all of your IR needs, he'll still be doing that. But Owen's very, very busy at the moment, so there's a glut of work in that area, and with some new accommodation members coming on board, that will probably increase, and there's certainly a lot going on in the IR space at the moment. From a zombie agreement point of view and a move back to the award, as well as proposed changes to casuals and how they're defined and what that will mean for industry. We will be bringing somebody new into that team, so we're about to start that recruitment process. They will be a backup for Owen and supplement what he does, which will enable him to branch off into a few other things and also do some work with me and have a greater presence at things like at functions and at regional meetings and so on. And he will be managing a small team, so he will manage that new recruit, and Didier, who looks after all of your licensing and gaming application, redefinition and so on needs, will be working with Owen within that team. The next change will be to Catherine Taylor. So Catherine, as you know, looks after our comms. She looks after accommodation, music and so on. She will incorporate tourism as well into her role, so that's a bit of a broadening of her role, and that's really important in the way that we interact with government, with all of the major events that our Premier's bringing in. And of course, Catherine already has an excellent relationship with the relevant minister, which is Zoe Beddison. In terms of gaming care, obviously my presence there will be a lot less. I will still have a presence and I'll still be engaging with external stakeholders, with the regulator, and just have general oversight of what's happening. But certainly on a day-to-day basis, the operational needs, the daily running of gaming care, Tom Owens, who already does a lot of stuff in that space, will be elevated in his role to General Manager of Operations, and Jared Egan, who's currently a gaming care officer, will move into a dual role, and he'll be a support for Tom, but he'll also retain a number of his venues, so he will still be out on the road. We will also be recruiting an additional gaming care officer to not just assist with the site visits, but also to assist with the training, because there's enormous training needs at the moment. So I reckon that's just about a wrap. If I haven't covered anybody, I'm sure they'll let me know and I'll fill you in next time. Happy trading.